tradition. So, I was actually pretty pleased for that to have occurred. Now, I will say, if you notice, I'm going to speak off the notes and not necessarily from the script. And those of the students that I have in the room know how much I drilled them on the idea of extemporaneous speaking. So that's going to be what we do here, okay? It is important to note that it is really a very, very humbling thing to be here and to be involved in this moment. I have to say, as someone who is a fraternity advisor for a fraternity on this campus here at this university, I'll be honest with you, when I first realized that I got a call about something important from Dave Clemens, that wasn't necessarily the first thing I was thinking about. And so I have to be honest, when I reached out and called him back with a bit of a lump in my throat, right? We've had some interesting conversations over the years, and so when he was saying to me that this is actually what he was calling me about, I'll be honest with you, the first thing I said was, word? I know that's old school, but I'm bringing it back. But then when he explained what it was, I was really, really happy for that to be what he was reaching out about, and it was a very, very beautiful thing. I will say that for me, leadership begins at home, and has always begun at home. I give you an idea of what I mean by beginning at home. Picture a very short woman with blonde hair, green eyes, raising 3 bad brown kids in the projects, right? That's leadership. And that's where that started. Now, that continues in my own life and with my own experience, because I'm happy at this point to acknowledge my wife, who I met here at West Chester University, who is a proud woman. Is just as impressive as mine, if not more impressive, right? And she was recently admitted to a doctoral program at the University of Wilmington. So, now for me then, if I think about West Chester, and West Chester for me is home, and West Chester is family, right? One of the things that I realized when I was away living in DC is that I often would say, I'm going home. And that didn't actually mean where I was from, it meant West Chester, right? Because it was home, right? What I think is amazing is I look at 3 entities that I have to give acknowledgement to in terms of giving me the impetus to be successful as a leader. The first of those is many of the good people that are in this room right now who are involved in student affairs, who helped to pull some talent and some ability out of me when I was a young guy who just thought I knew too much, and in actuality I knew too little. Right? And yet they helped to garner those things out of me. So I give as much love as possible to Diane and to Kendrick and to Charlie, individuals like Skip Hudson. I'll tell you, there are people in this room who are feeling old at this moment. In my class right now, I have Skip Hudson's son. So, if you want to know what being old feels like, that's an example. The second group that I would give a bunch of DAP to is very, very clearly the Department of Communication, because this is where I saw people who cared about students and cared about teaching and cared about giving people wonderful opportunities. And what is amazing is that they were fabulous mentors and turned out as well to be fabulous peers and colleagues when I came back to work here. And that's a beautiful thing, right? Now, that's 2 entities. I mentioned that there would be a third. It would be impossible for me to stand here on this stage and not give a full amount of credit to all of Greek life in general, but in particular, Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, Kappa Gamma Chapter, who are my brothers in every sense of that word. One of the more amazing things that can happen for you is for friends of yours to become your frat brothers, and at the same time then for your frat brothers to become your friends, right? And that happened for me. It was a beautiful, beautiful thing. I'm happy to see so many of them are here. Now there are 2 big mottos that we live by. One of those is achievement in every field of human endeavor. And that means that we have people who are involved in lots of different kind of activities. And that's their choice, to be involved in whatever their talents lead them to. But being excellent at those things is not a choice. Achievement in every field of human endeavor. With that, we use a very clear motto of something I like to call positive peer pressure, right? Which means that if you are doing something, everybody in the organization pushes you to do it well and to do it better and And if you are slightly askew or slightly off track, well, you can trust the brothers are going to acknowledge that as well, right? And encourage you to do better, right? So with those three things together, that created this family atmosphere that I live behind. And I'm here now at what I call home here in Westchester. So that means all of you are family as well. So I thank you for being here. I thank you for spending this time acknowledging this. I thank the people that I've come into this class with and those who were in the classes before me. Really, really a humbling thing to be here and to be part of it. So thank all of you for your time. And I wish the best for all the future achievers that we have here. And those of you that I've had in my classes before, you saw no notes, right?